Alrighty. So, yeah. Where's it go? Turn that down. All right. Welcome to the first of the 2023 monthly updates and first 2023 live stream. I actually haven't. I just checked that the last stream that I've done on this channel has been in 2021 September, so it's been a while. Yeah, gonna wait a little while for people to show up. Oh man, yeah. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, so I had already mentioned that I would kind of revamp and reformat the monthly updates anyway. It's one of those things where it's like whenever I would film one, it would always be either on the day of or the day before, and it would be pretty rushed, and I would always forget something anyway. And yeah, and the fact that it's like, yeah, there's certain few people who actually watch the monthly updates and whatnot, but this way I feel like this is a lot more. I get to talk with you guys, the viewers, the subscribers, which is kind of the main thing for me. Yeah, so getting back into the groove of kind of streaming. More than likely we'll do streaming on here. Just one second. Streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch, just at least for the time being. I kind of need to see what I'm going to do with Twitch in the long run. But hey, here we are. And I really must apologize for the fact of being snotty, sniffly, and whatnot. I am pretty much trying to get, combat a cold that's been coming on. So, got me some nice tea, honey, and some nice herby drops in there. Anyway, we haven't gotten that much into things yet, and everything's already up on a tangent. So, things that have happened this month. So the first month of the year. Been kind of slowly getting back into it, but already put out, I believe, a couple of the Great Guitar Build Off 2022 videos in the series, and there is still a couple more to go. The most recent one was, I believe, putting on finish on this. So there's still the assembly and demo and everything else like that to come, but in general, yeah. I really should figure out like a sort of script to actually go by, but this whole streaming the monthly updates kind of came into my head today, so sorry if I'm not. And also, like I said, I'm fighting off a cold, so my brain is not really functioning, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get the ball rolling the more I do this now. Yeah, so videos on this, still a couple more to come. The guitar itself is currently available on the website and is up for purchase. Let us have a close-up look at this. Oh, I could actually turn these off. Don't need those. So yeah, if you haven't checked out videos already put out about this, there is the final video made because I had to finish it by a deadline. But yeah, go check it out. Other Other guitars that have gotten some work done recently are the 3 prototypes, which are currently only missing pickups, nuts, and strings. So there's the River Daedalus, and yeah, so Resin River, see-through transparent. You can kind of see it in the camera there. Granger hardtail bridge, volume, tone, coil split, 3-way toggle, and it will have Seymour Duncan hot rodded pickups in it. Ebony fretboard, flame birch binding, flamed spalted birch top, ash body, 3-piece walnut neck, Schaller M6 locking tuners, will have a brass nut, will come standard with Diodario NYXLs, and has Schaller strap locks. These are all guitars that you guys have, or any old viewers have definitely seen before, and you know, they're almost there. If I'm gonna be very honest, I don't have the funds to buy the pickups myself. So up until I do, these are kind of on hold unless somebody is wanting to purchase them. They are available on the site, so do go check those out. This one has a high gloss acrylic finish, and the other 2 have true oil finishes. So let's have a look. Oh yeah, and lumen lays as standard on all guitars that I make. Then there is the quote-unquote aged denim B stock, and we'll get into why it's a B stock in just a sec. But this has, since I have talked about this already beforehand, but it has gotten a new, as you can see it there, nice and shiny, new oil finish onto it, but it is a B stock. However, let's have a closer look. So Carillion birch veneer top with black binding. Again, the same sort of control layout, so volume with a push-pull coil split, 3-way toggle, and a tone barrel jack. Granger hardtail bridge will come with Seymour Duncan hot rodded pickups, ebony fretboard, Carillion birch veneer binding, as well as lumen lay side dots, 3-piece walnut neck, and there was a knot in the neck when I was carving it, so that had to be filled out with a little, you know, extra piece there, and that is why this is a B stock. It's completely fine structurally, works completely fine, it's just not pretty. So that's why I knocked off a good bit of the price. Once again, Schaller M6 locking tuners, because I just love these tuners, they're great. What else can I say about it? Yeah, so, oh yeah, and Schaller strap locks. This is as well available on the website. And last but not least, out of the 3 prototypes that were started back in 2019, believe it or not, a good while ago, and they're still not finished. Well, they're just missing pickup and stuff. Anyway, this has also gotten some true oil, so new finish onto it. As you can see, very nice and shiny. I've also gone through the new finish in a previous monthly update. Some close-ups. So, Bubinga top, black alder body, 3-piece walnut neck, Bubinga binding with lumen lay side dots, ebony fretboard, comes with gold hardware this time, So, or this time, sorry. And once again, Schaller M6 locking tuners because I love them. Same sort of control layout with the coil split on the volume, tone, three-way toggle, but the bridge is different on this one. So this is a Schaller, what was it called? 3D6 or 6D? I can't remember what this was called, but this is a very nice bridge. I really like it and wanted to try it out for this guitar. So I got it for this one specifically. This one will have the Seymour Duncan hot rodded pickups, I believe, but with gold covers, so it matches the entire outlook of the rest of the guitar. And of course, another barrel jack and Schaller strap locks. Available on the website, just like the other two. This one is very lightweight, and I can't wait to get it playing. It's gonna sound great. Let's see, what other developments are there? I'm gonna get into those soon. The Yamaha RGX that I've been working on, that has now gotten stuff routed on the back, and I believe I might have it here. Yep. So I'm working on getting the blocks to block out the old trim cavity to size. Still needs a little bit of sizing up, but essentially just blocking that off and blocking that off, and then we're gonna have a hardtail bridge, hip shot style hardtail bridge on there. So finally getting this one rolling. It's gonna be nice to get it going. Sorry. Right. So, let's see, what else? I guess the elephant in the room, so to speak, is everything that I have over here. So let me just grab stuff. There's two guitars that anybody who's been checking out my Instagram stories or posts will kind of have a clue as to what is going on. But just gonna take this one first. Hi. Yes, there are bass guitars coming up. There are actually two in the pipeline for this year. Both the same model, both with roughly the same specs. Not sure whether or not to talk about them in too much detail as of yet, but there are two bass guitars coming up this year. This year started off pretty well in the case of, like, it didn't get too far into 2023 that I already had to close order books for the year, because I have these two instruments that I'm just going to show you. I have, well, I need to finish the Yamaha. I have the two bass guitars. There is going to be the 8-string Icarus. There's going to be a thin line Daedalus, and then something very special. It's just not time to talk about it yet. Anywho, this guitar. So, this is a Daedalus. So it has a flame birch top. Let me get a close-up. Yeah, I got the neck in my hand, so I'll just go through that. So, flame birch headstock plate. It's got white binding all around. Ebony fretboard, 3-piece maple neck. Oh, there you see who it's for. This will still get inlays on it. Really looking forward to that. It's gonna be definitely a little bit more of a trickier thing and a little bit more challenging than stuff I've done previously, which is very much a welcome challenge. Now, the body is also a flame birch top. Then it is an ash body. It will have an Evertune, Seymour Duncan hot rodded pickups, and I believe a single volume and a 3-way toggle switch. So very much less is more type instrument. This is going to be a hell of a beast, and I can't wait. The binding job was a lot of fun on this, but especially something I'm very proud of is the headstock, because I wonder if you can actually see it on this camera, but everything is jointed up. So there's a joint there, a joint there, instead of like the usual sort of like overlap on binding where you get one curve coming this way and then you just have another one placed on top, and then it just kind of doesn't look that nice. I instead jointed everything up. Thank you, Johanna. Thank you. I will definitely keep up the good work. Then the Icarus, same way, we're going to start with the neck. So angled headstocks this time around. Black binding and Carillion birch binding. It's got lumen lay side dots. I ran out of lumen lay, so that's why the other one didn't have any. Ebony fretboard and three-piece maple neck. That's going to be pretty cool. Carillion birch veneer headstock veneer. And then also matching backplate. The other guitar also has a matching backplate. Then the body. So this, I need to sit back a bit. So here we go. This is the first non-prototype Icarus. So the body shape has changed ever so slightly. It's a bit more asymmetrical. I think I need to sit back even more, or well, hell, I'll do this. So it's a bit more asymmetrical up here, and it doesn't quite go as far out and be flat at the back. It's a bit more rounded on the end. The horns are a bit bigger than on the original, and in general just a bit more balanced of a shape than what previous iterations of this guitar have been. It's also, this one in particular, very lightweight because it has the Carillion birch veneer top, but it has a linden body. So linden is kind of like your European equivalent to basswood. Let's get a close-up of that. So the top looking great. This is going to have a Granger hardtail bridge, string through, and a single Fishman Fluence modern pickup in the bridge. Single volume, very much, even more so, less is more, and toned back than the Daedalus over there. And then the linden body looking like that. Originally this was supposed to have a different body wood, if I remember correctly, might have even been birch, but this piece of linden just looked way too good for me to pass up on, so it ended up going on this guitar. I have also been editing down the videos of the Rocky remake. Those who recognize what that guitar is from Instagram will know. That is one of the first guitars that I ever worked on back in 2012. That now, for Christmas, I completely remade, well not remade, but did like, got rid of everything that was broken, completely fixed up, repainted, and gifted it to my niece because she wanted to learn to play Metallica. So videos on that are coming up. There's 2 that are finished and are just waiting in the pipeline. And then there are, one more video of that series. So it's a 3-parter. I could have made it into just one longer video, but now I'm trying to kind of not make as many very long-winded, long format videos. Instead, I'm trying to focus on the roundabout 17-minute mark, 15 to 17 minutes Of course, streams will go on for however long they go on for, but yeah, that's kind of the idea, the plan, at least. In other news, let's see. I guess just general, I feel finally, like, I think a couple of weeks back, I finally started feeling like I was getting into the groove of things. Because last year was so hectic, so stressful, and I, once again, was kind of like on the verge of a burnout. Not cool, not fun, and something I tried to avoid, of course. But due to all the work that was done last year, I kind of took a step back that I'm sure everyone noticed, because content started kind of going well, not content quality didn't start going down, but the amount of content I was putting out, or pictures and stuff like that, really dipped. And now trying to kind of build back momentum once again with builds going on. These two builds over my shoulder here that I have been working on, they're not something that I've filmed any progress shots of, which has been very relaxing, because I don't need to keep on placing the camera, thinking of what I'm going to say or stuff like that. I can just work on the guitars and then focus on editing everything that I have already on my computer, which there is a lot of. So once the GGBO and the Rocky remake are done video-wise, I'm probably going to start knuckling down and making some form of video or videos on the 3 prototypes or 4 prototypes when I was working on them, because that is very much long overdue. Of course, demos and stuff like that will come out once they get pickups, but yeah. What else? Yeah. Looking forward to everything that's coming up. There's so much cool stuff. There's the basic that I talked about, and then there's the yet to be announced project as well that's coming up, and a couple of collaborations that need, let's say, fine tuning before being talked about as well. It's not a sort of secrecy thing, but it's just why I don't see a point of bringing up a topic just kind of in passing and then not really getting into it or talking about it in too much detail. So once details iron out and everything like that, you guys will know. It has been insane also to kind of see how much the channel has grown. I think it was yesterday or the day before, might have been the day before, that I got a story reminder or memory. Let's have a look from what year that was. Archive. Yeah, so January 2020, so 3 years ago, this YouTube channel hit 500 subscribers. 3 years ago. And we're at 3,814. That's insane. That is completely mind-boggling, and I cannot emphasize how much it means to me and how much, you guys have made this possible. Only you guys have made this possible. Sorry, I need to... Yeah, so only you guys have really made this possible, and I cannot emphasize how much it means to me. Yeah. The thing about this now being a streamed show is also kind of getting more, how should I say, more real-time talking with subscribers, because that's kind of something that's near and dear to my heart. And I get to talk to you guys, and I get to have instant feedback, or I get to get questions and stuff like that. So please, guitar building questions and or anything at all, the chat is open for that sort of stuff. So keep those coming, and any suggestions as to what I could do during the streams, if there's some sort of topics or ideas that I could kind of that is strange. Oh, okay. Right. I need to adjust that. Give me one moment. That would be the bottom, so I guess. Okay. Just want to make sure that the music is visible. It's playing in the background. Yeah, sorry, got completely sidetracked there. But yeah, suggestions as to what I could do during the streams, what I could talk about in different segments, all of that is more than welcome. But other than that, just things that I started today, which are not really IP guitars related, but you know, guitar related, music related. That's something that can be discussed on this channel, I guess. But I gathered up tabs for every single and organized them into folders according to, you know, chronological order and everything else. I got tabs for every Trivium song that is out there, or Trivium song that has been released. And I am planning to, little by little, whittle down and learn these songs, because A, I want to improve my guitar playing skills, and B, somewhat playing the guitar and, you know, being a big Trivium fan. As you can see, it kind of made sense for me to start learning the songs finally. There's some that I know parts of course, because I've learned a couple of them way back when. A lot of the Ascendancy album I learned on bass, so now I'm moving to learning things on guitar. But today I started practicing during my lunch break, and yeah, got a little bit into Pillars of Serpents, because I'm moving from Ember to Inferno. A little bit of Pillars from Serpents learned, or I should say that it's like I'm starting to get fairly decent at playing it at 60% speed, but that entire record is so fast that it's really hard for me to keep up. But yeah, I kind of floated the idea of having streams where I'm kind of practicing, but I'm not really sure if that makes sense on this channel all that much. What I have been using for practicing those songs is, of course, my PRS with the MKH Fishman pickups, because duh. And I have been using because I don't have I have that as an amp, but for like practice stuff, I've been using the Archetype Nolly with a sort of preset that I made, which is somewhat close to the Ascendancy tone. I guess I could technically be using the amp over there, because that would kind of make sense. Would probably be the easiest thing to plug into, so I don't need to worry about, you know, all the plugins and stuff like that, but not sure what kind of tone I'd get out of that. Of course, now that I've said it, I have to try it. So loud that I'm... Yeah, not exactly a metal tone. Yeah, definitely a lot for me to still. A lot for me to learn. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that. That's something that I've been hoping to kind of whittle down throughout the year. If that's something that I could incorporate into these streams, sure, I can. Don't really know why. I could potentially every month pick like one of my favorite riffs that I've learned that month. Currently, well, I haven't learned any of the riffs up to speed, so I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts, but this has been fun. Another song that I've kind of looked into. Yeah, that was it. Nope. Way to show off things that I'm not fully learned yet, but yeah, it's, you know, a work in progress. Yeah, I shouldn't play guitar when I don't know how to play guitar. That's why I'm learning. So now you have a very clear sense of where my skill level is at. It's at 0. But moving onward from here is going to be fun to see that if I actually do that, like make a segment of favorite riff of the month or something like that, then it's going to be cool to see that if I indeed do learn things throughout the coming months, or whether this is something that I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to start learning these songs and never pick it up properly again. I say that now, but you know, anybody who has even mild ADHD or something like that will testify to the fact that we'll get these compulsions to try new things. And, you know, it's like the greatest thing that we've come up with in a very long time, and we're going to keep on doing it and do it a couple of times and then not necessarily get bored, but we come up with another hyperfixation. Oh, man. I've missed streams. Streams are just me, usually, babbling on about this, that, and the other, and not making any sense, full of tangents, stuff like that. But you guys are probably used to it by now. Anybody who's been following along for a long enough while would definitely know that. Oh, something very cool that I did get recently, was some new templates. So I got some Music Man bass style templates, like Stingray type templates that are fun, that I might find use for somewhere down the line. Neck pocket route. What else do we have here? Laser cut version, which is I believe this was more the sort of thing that the guy who made the template actually came up with. So this is one of his own designs that he was like, if you want to use it, if you find use for it, then great. That. It's got a neck pocket template for that. Pick guard template. And the bass neck template. Now, all of these kind of like came as a bundle, but the reason that I got them in the first place was not even for the bass templates, but more so for this set of control cavity templates, because I've been meaning to make some for a while now, of a different size, maybe a bit bigger of a size to use, and now I have this set of templates that I can replicate into a bit bigger form factor, I guess, and possibly use on upcoming builds. So that's the reason why I got all these templates. So that's all well and good, and it's always nice. Like, I'm not saying that I have a hoarding issue, like at all, but there are quite the many things in this cupboard. So there's bodies and templates there, then wood store or kind of scraps, bass neck, some templates, a lot of woods, pick guards, and all kinds of things that probably should organize a bit again. Been a while since I looked into organizing this. There's the fretboard and neck for the 8 string. So Pow Ferro neck, Pow Ferro fretboard. It's gonna be a 1-piece neck. And there's the fretboard. 30-inch scale length, so this one is going to be a hell of a beast. This only has 22 frets on it, so I'll cut a couple of more. And yeah, I look forward to making that one become a reality, because it is going to be a tone monster for sure. In general, something that I need to kind of get around to doing, and I've been putting off, admittedly putting off, is, well, creating new templates. That's something that is in the works, but requires materials I don't have. So, well, I have MDF, but I want to have plywood master templates. So I need to get the plywood, and I need to do a lot of planning and a lot of making templates. And anybody who has anyone who has made their own templates will tell you that template making is not exactly the most fun job in the world. So I don't really look forward to it. It's just something that has to be done. One should always have bodies and necks in the closet. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I skipped out on the whole skeletons in the closets and I went straight for just limbs. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the next, seeing as I don't really know what to talk about now in this first one, because hey, I've planned things out. Things that are coming up is certainly the videos that I've already discussed, but these two guitars that I'm currently working on, the next steps will be routing the neck pockets. For the data list, it's going to be routing the Evertune. The Evertune is currently shipping it on its way over here. Then it's going to be neck carving and all that fun jazz. These are coming together very nicely, so I really, really look forward to it. I do need to go wood shopping, and I've been floating the idea of actually making a video of me going to this particular wood shop in Finland, in Lahti, Hakalan Putukku, which is usually where I buy stuff in bulk. So, gonna be going there at some point. Maybe filming a vlog or something like that. We'll see. Yeah. Lots of things in progress, and yeah, I'm excited for what's to come. What the future is for these streams and coming up with some sort of schedule maybe. I think that on the last day of the month, I will stream at about maybe 6 p.m. So that might be a bit more appropriate for a lot of people. Maybe. I'll see. I'll figure out what the actual time of these streams will be. But for now, at least that is the idea. I should give a shout out to my good friend Ionic Gecko. He borrowed the old lav mic that I had, which was for a smartphone. He borrowed that and lost it somewhere, which is fine. I wasn't using it anymore, but he gifted me a new lav mic because he was sick and tired of seeing this huge bulky microphone receiver like on my shirt, because it does draw attention. So he got me a new lav that I could hook up to the Go system, the wireless Go system. So this is this is the first time I'm using it, so it's going to be interesting to see how the audio quality is after the fact. And it is a stream, so it might suffer a little bit. We'll see. And I also need to figure out whether I want to change up my streaming setup ever so slightly, because currently I have the Logitech C922 and the C920 over here for the close-up, and they're working fine. But whether I want to have something different, change the layout a little bit, then that is to be seen. So very much will appreciate any comments on how I can improve this show, and whether I should have a better backdrop, whether I should actually be behind the desk when I do these things, or whether sitting at the computer is fine. Sitting at the computer has one, defect to it. I keep looking at the monitor screen constantly when I should just be looking at the camera directly at you guys. But then switching cameras is going to be difficult from the desk over there, unless I use a wireless mouse or something. I'll figure something out. because I haven't, or I could use the wireless keyboard and macros. I'll figure it out. Yeah, whether the mic setup is good or whether I need to use an external mic, because I do have the AT2020 and I do have my Focusrite audio card. Whether we're going to have guitar playing on this, whether the music is fine, anything, any sort of things to kind of improve the show, I will very much appreciate feedback. But seeing as this was the first tryout of this new sort of format, I think we did pretty okay. I'm gonna probably leave it here, and yeah, see you guys next time. I need to sneeze. Hold on. When you feel a sneeze coming, but it's just not coming, that is probably the worst feeling ever. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm gonna go before I start snotting everything up completely. Thank you very much for watching this new format of the monthly update, and yeah, it's been fun. I actually feel like this might be a good way forward with this show, and tons of potential to actually improve it. So that's always a plus. Thank you very much for watching. If you stumbled on this stream before, do check out or if you stumbled upon this live stream and don't know what I do, then go and check out other videos. Put questions in the comments down below, and I'll have a look at those for the next stream. And yeah, suggestions, comments, and questions are more than welcome. Hit like, subscribe, clang the bell, the usual YouTuber stuff, and I